What's up, y'all? So I just heard some news today. I just read some news that felt like I needed to hop on here and just give you a little update. So let's get started. The House passed a bill today to decriminalize marijuana, which is something that I didn't think I would ever see. But let's go ahead and watch the news broadcast here together.
Today, the House passed a bill to remove marijuana from the Federal Controlled Substances Act. This is the first time a full chamber of Congress has voted to federally decriminalize cannabis. Let's talk about this historic vote on marijuana legalization. Why did the House take this up now? And what are this bill's chances in the Senate? Does it have any hope at all?
Hey, Allison. So the reason the House brought it up now is because there's already a lot of states around the country that are already doing this. And in this past election, there are 5 states that legalized marijuana, including red states like South Dakota and Montana. And so what it seems like House Speaker Nancy Pelosi decided to do is just use the momentum that's happening at the states already and make a statement that the federal government is on board too. Now, what happens to it in the Senate? We do not expect the Senate to prioritize this before the end of the year. There is not much time left. They're trying to get out of town before the holidays. And if they don't get it done before the end of the year, well, then they have to start over in the new Congress. But still, Allison, this was pretty historic. This is the first time that a body of Congress has voted to decriminalize marijuana.
Leanne, top Republicans have been criticizing the Democrats for voting on this today, the bill passing mostly along party lines. But Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz had a message for his colleagues. What did he say?
Yeah, so Matt Gaetz is a big Trump ally, and he was the only Republican co-sponsor of this legislation, along with dozens and dozens of Democrats. The vote was lopsided. Only about a handful of Democrats voted against it, and only a handful of Republicans voted for it. Well, one of those Republicans, obviously, is Matt Gaetz, who is a co-author of the bill. Let's listen to what he had to say, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Okay, so what this guy has to say is pretty amazing, and I'm applaud him for it.
My Republican colleagues today will make a number of arguments against this bill, but those arguments are overwhelmingly losing with the American people. In every state where cannabis reform was on the ballot in this country, it passed. It passed with overwhelming support. Matter of fact, the only thing that I know that's more popular than getting out of the war on drugs is getting out of the war in Afghanistan. But if we were measuring the success in the war on drugs, it would be hard to conclude anything other than the fact that drugs have won.
So Representative Gaetz, a Republican from Florida, is one of the few in his party who is taking this stance, but he thinks he's ahead of the game, and he thinks that the rest of his party should come along. Allison.
Speaking of which, let me put up another video here of just last month when it passed the House committee.
I won't support that, but I think there's support in the Senate. If it actually went to the floor of the Senate, it would probably pass.
Senator Graham said he didn't know if it was something President Trump would sign off on.
Okay, so as far as President Trump signing off on it, there was actually a video back in June of 2018 on Fox News, Fox Business, saying that he'll end a federal ban on marijuana. There you go, folks. Does this have a chance of passing by the end of the year? I don't know. Or by the end of Trump's term, or by January, or I don't know. There's so much crazy stuff going on this year. But we'll keep you in the loop, and just keep your eyes open, and we'll see you next time.